Over the last few years, many Indian startups, originally set up in foreign countries, have decided to move back to India. Now you might wonder why. Well, there are few reasons behind this big change. When Indian startups first began, many of them were set up in places like the United States or Singapore. Why? Because it was easier for them to raise money, and companies like Y Combinator used to require startups to be registered in the US. It was also easier to handle rules and regulations from abroad. But as time went by, things changed. The Indian government started making it easier for these startups to return home, specifically with new rules introduced in 2024 that made the process smoother. Now let's dive into some of the biggest names in the startup world that have made the move back to India. You've probably heard of Pepperfry, right? The online marketplace where you can buy all kinds of furniture and home decor. It started in Cayman Islands but decided to move back to India in 2022. This change helped the company connect better with Indian customers and take advantage of India's growing home goods market. Then PhonePe, one of India's biggest and most popular apps for digital payments, that began in Singapore but shifted its headquarters back to India in 2023. Why? The Indian government was supporting digital payments, and PhonePe wanted to grow even bigger in India's fastest growing fintech market. The move allowed them to follow Indian rules more easily and tap into the local markets even more. Now, third in the list. If you have ever wanted to invest in stocks or mutual funds, you've probably heard of Grow. It started in the US but is now the largest brokerage firm in India in terms of customers. Grow moved back to India in 2024, which made sense because the growing investment opportunities in the country were really high. It helped them connect more directly with Indian investors and grow their user base. Then we have Credit B. This is a platform that offers quick personal loans to people. It began in Singapore but decided to return to India in 2024. With a growing demand for digital lending in India, this move allowed this company to expand faster and serve Indian customers more efficiently. Then we have Zepto. Zepto is a quick commerce platform that delivers grocery in a flash. Originally, the company was based in Singapore, but in 2025, they decided to move back to India. Again, the reason? Because they saw huge potential in India's fast-growing grocery delivery market and wanted to be closer to their customers. Then we have none other than Dream11. One of the most popular fantasy sport platform in India, has been a game changer in the online gaming world. Originally based in the United States, Dream11 became the first major Indian startup to return to India under the new rules introduced by the government in 2025. This allowed Dream11 to be more involved in India's growing gaming industry while following the country's rules easily. So, what does this all mean? Well, these startups are returning to India because the country is becoming a great place to run a business. The new rules make it easier to move back and take part in India's growing markets. It also helps these countries to stay close to their customers and handle local regulations more smoothly. This trend shows that India's startup ecosystem is becoming stronger than ever. Are you excited to see more startups moving back to India? What do you think about these changes? Let's discuss.